Welcome back, everybody. This is Grace, and I'm very excited to bring to you the Pride event this year. So, embark on a vibrant journey through the enchanting Rainbow Path Festival where colors come alive and pride shines bright. Join the celebration of diversity, love, and equality as you immerse yourself in dazzling quests, unlock fabulous rewards, and embrace the magic of unity. Committed to creating an inclusive atmosphere, the festival warmly welcomes everyone. Join Nuvain as we recount the tale of how the festival launched its theater performance, thanks to The Chosen. Should be a fun time. But insider information, aka spamming people on Discord, super easily answerable questions I could have figured out myself if I wasn't lazy. Those people informed me that there is in fact a Pride painting update. So again, you can always buy this painting for gold. Super convenient, very sweet. We got the Dancing Protector, the Dream Called Healer. I like the Dream Called Healer, but I like the... I don't love it. I like it. Unity Squad from last year. I quite like this face. Very simple, very nice. I like these faces. Kind of cool. Alright, so let's look at what's new. Unity Squad Moglin, fantastic fire defense loss pet, highly underrated, highly synergistic with meta strats, particularly for mages. Beats Polala in an optimal setup every day, but we're not. Actually, well, it beats Ramsey too, actually, so better than Ramsey if you're playing, my opinion, the right way on a mage, but I'm going crazy. Rainbow Unicorn attack. This used to be... I could have sworn this existed before. I don't know where it was. Maybe beats me, but it's now in this shop. I don't think it always was, which is awesome. It's like a My Little Pony reference or something. I don't know. Diversity Defender, status resistance shield. I think it's half the power it's supposed to be, but looks pretty. Oh, I didn't even notice that last time I used it. Anyways, awesome. You press SP, you play SP to get a status. And let's look at the weapons. Prismatic Boomerang, a low wind, like 7 or 8 wind blind. Inflicts prismatic burn on water spells. Stun cleanses free once per battle. 392 SP the next time, and it doesn't remove the status like Werepire, it just cleanses it. Prismatic Yo-Yo, random element and prismatic burn. Rainbow Ray Gun. And of course the Jubilant and Radiant Light of Pride, which paralyze, based, and their cost, they paralyze 100% of the time, but their cost is based off the resistance. So no new weapons, which suggests to me there either are no new items in the LTS, and I'll have to cut this whole 3-minute clip, or there's a new armor, which is very exciting. That's all I've got for today. Spread some peace and love, and I'll see you all later. Bye-bye. Nah, I'm just messing with you guys. Obviously we're going to continue the video, but I am doing a voiceover because yesterday I recorded all these clips, or the other day, maybe not yesterday, but the other day I recorded all these clips, and I wasn't super happy with how the video ended up. So I decided, well, I'm gonna re-record, or I'm gonna record different stuff, and show off the items, and then I'll do a covering of the quest on its own, a separate time. But in the meantime, I'm gonna play for you the parts I thought were the funniest, or at least the funniest to me, of all the playing I did yesterday. So enjoy that. But tough times can eat into the freedom to express yourself. No one understands that better than adventurers, because they're broke bitches. And this is Nuvain. Ugh, look how they massacred my boy. Ninja Lawyer. No way! This is going to be really funny in about 3 seconds. Hold on. No way! Today, while I play this game, I am enjoying a treat. A sweet treat, which happens to be extremely rich. Sorry, not rich. Fluffy, extremely soft, moist, chocolate cake. And today I'm eating a very moist, very fluffy chocolate cake with raspberry filling in the middle, courtesy of... So I'm told. I didn't acquire the cake myself. It was a fortunate gift to me. Not like, I'm saying not like genuinely, like it wasn't my birthday or anything. Like I just ended up with the cake due to good luck. But it's absolutely splendid. Also, for those of you who don't know, I'm allergic to gluten. So a good cake can be hard to come by, but not today, thankfully. Just splendid. I'm living the good life. Glory of the first. I love to have 2 stat drive shields. Listen, if you give a man a stat drive, he'll win. Or I went AFK and came back. No idea what I was talking about, but not that I say too much profound stuff. Anyways, we're gonna go Nemesis Guardian and Skeeter. Yeah, that'll do numbers. Wait, what? Why are we on old main now? Vain. I can't. Is that a American legal system reference? When Timothy Chalamet, that's his name by the way. When Timothy Chalamet like pulls up out of nowhere and like nabs that little fly that was about to blow his balls off. Not drip. Juna is not dripped out. Juna's drowning. Is that a Dracopire? Is that a Dracopire? Rare dev team win incoming. Armor reward, not even 1, but 2. And their gold costs. Praise be. Praise be. Okay, the only downside of this situation is I actually ran out of cake. So I'm out of cake. But the good thing is we've got a Nightbane form, modern Nightbane form. That's crazy. Dare I say cracked? Dare I say it? Absolute. I didn't mean to do that. Absolutely cracked. Dare I say it? Dare I say cracked? I don't know. This is kind of crazy. Damn. I suspect these are cracked, diabolical even. Both FD Dark and FD Water are pretty starved for options. We've got Neko, Necromancer. That's all I've got for today. Spread some peace and love, and I'll see you all later. Bye-bye. So I'm a huge fan of this release. I really enjoyed the quest. I love that we are supporting people of various identities and different cultures and backgrounds. I think that's lovely. I'm a big fan of the quest and the positive message behind it. I don't know when this got turned to the skull, but I hate the skull. I do not like the skull. I like the... whatever this is. I like it. Okay. And now you're back in the present tense, and what I'm going to be doing is talking about the armors. So, the armor rewards for the quest, of course. They look like Nightbane. They use a similar model to the Dracopire. The Dracopire armor, quest armor. I'm just a big fan. Look at that guy. Damn. But if you don't know what they do, they inflict a panic for SP cost, and this works for attacks, 100 procs, and spells. And then you can also lock yourself to dark or water damage, depending on the armor, of course. And you will burn foes and heal yourself. The healing and the burn are both scaled off of enemy, or the healing and the panic are both scaled off of enemy resistance. So more effective against high resistance foes, less effective against low resistance foes. And the burn is multiplied by LE comp, which is 1.55. So you'll be doing 1.55 damage and getting that 1.55x power burn. But currently, last I checked, It was not correctly be multiplying the burn. They'll fix that, don't worry about it. But what I really want to do is explore the panic aspect of these armors and actually show them off a little bit in some perhaps unexpected situations. So I'm going to get my build set up for that, and I'll be right back. Okay, so here is one of the bosses I want to show it against. Godscorch Destroyer, who hits pretty hard, and to prove he hits pretty hard, I'm going to face tank this first attack, or not. Earlier when I lost initiative while doing some testing, he domed me for 2k, so pretty significant. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a synergistic weapon with the water, with the overflowing Typhon Shard armor. Of course, because it's water, it scales off water resistance, just like the Bright Thorn Bow is a water 100 proc, which can pay some SP to inflict panic. They both scale off water resistance. I've got Spotted Drake here for some extra potence, and then Mosquito for some SP, but let's not worry about Mosquito for the moment. We'll just leave him here. But what I'm going to do is use Love Struck Scope for a fat SP cost, but one guaranteed turn of celerity. Eternal Champion Shield for the Panic Potence. Order of Terror and Torimus for the Panic Potence. Oh my words. Order of Terror and Horror for the Panic Potence. Yeah, I'm a bit of a rapper. No, but so we should be inflicting 2 stacks of panic. One from the Spectral Thorns, one from the Horrifying Sight. Horrifying Sight is the armor, Spectral Panic is from the bow. I said that wrong, I think, but Spectral Thorns is from the bow. But again, with all this potence, we 100% inflict our sources, and instead of doming me for 2k, he domes me for 260. You'll see his SP attack is coming up, but you can see he's already at 12% outgoing damage, or 13, 1.29. He's 150 to water, so both of these panics are being multiplied by 1.5, which is why it's so effective on him with just one celerity turn and then one normal turn. We've dropped him down to less than 5% outgoing damage. So he's hitting me for what? 100 on his SP attack? A bit ridiculous. I'm gonna just use Soul Gauntlet. Oh, I forgot I had that disease, but whatever. No big deal. And just keep this up, I think, for maybe one more turn, and then I'll chill out. But as you can see, a monster with high water resistance. This guy still has 20 boss boost, by the way. But he's totally cooked. 0.017, 0.1% outgoing damage. Let's turn off the Visage, because we don't really need to stack any more panic than this. And you can see he's totally helpless. He's got no options. He's doing no damage. He's cooked. Also, I get a lucky break, so plus 150 end, I guess. Why not? But yeah, so I'm a huge fan of this water panic setup. I'm pretty sure there's a way to do it for dark too. I think there's a dark panic weapon somewhere. I just can't remember what it is. But you could also use Creature 72, of course, pet and or guest, to stack more dark panic that's multiplied by dark resistance, just like Sinister Typhon Shard stacks it with dark resistance. In that case, you might even want to use a, dare I say, a Deathloss dark weapon. No, that's half a joke. I mean, I might, because I love Deathloss, but all in all, I'm a huge fan of stacking Elemental Panic. In the water armor, I like Bright Thorn Bow. In the dark armor, I think Creature 72 is a great option. There may be a weapon I'm forgetting. I'm going to take this over to another boss, one that is known for nuking, and I'll be right back. We're actually going to be going to Queen Hybee. I'm not sure how well this is going to work, but she's 100 water resistance, pretty normal dude, and I think Queen Hybee's SP attack is a massive nuke. So we're going to have, let's see, she should do light damage on her first attack, which if we go again in the overflowing, not the best light resistance. We are again going to do that same thing, Love Struck Scope, get some of the SP back with Soul Gauntlet or Essence Orb. I just happen to not have Essence Orb in my inventory at the moment. And no need to call Mosquito here, but make sure we have the panic turned on, and let's see what happens after 2 turns of attacks. The Queen Hybee isn't that dodgy. She dodged one of the attacks though, no big deal. But let's see, 3 hits worth of panic, so that's like 1.5 panics, 40% outgoing damage. So we still take a lot this turn, but let's attack one more time. That time we hit both hats. We got our two panic procs. We take a small amount of damage. She's at 20% outgoing damage now. Now she's at 10% outgoing damage. And this is the nuke I was talking about. This, I think it's like a wind earth hybrid nuke or something, or like wind something or other. It's really strange. She hits really hard for random elements. But as you can see, she hits me for like triple digit damage rather than one shot on my whole HP bar, which if you've ever XP farmed or gold farmed at Queen Hybe, you know can happen. So definitely a lot of potential to cut down on boss's nukes. The thing I will say about this actually, and to show you, I will actually go to the Avian Trio. Okay, so here we are with the Avian Trio. I'm going to win initiative with H series. But the thing I will say about this is that, so this is an energy boss, but he only has 70 water resistance, so not as effective. Now, energy boss is going to be doing maximum damage to my defenses, of course, and I'm okay with that. I'm totally fine with that. But this guy also has high dodge, so I gotta expend more resources to hit. In this case, some SP on a BTH boost, and then of course, Love Struck Scope for that celerity to get that initial panic stack going, so I don't take a ton of damage on my first turn setting it up. But we're going to be doing pretty much the same thing. I am going to be using Mosquito. Yeah, it should just be Mosquito. For some SP regen. It's a little bit unreliable on this guy, again because of the high dodge, but is what it is. But so let's make sure we have the panic turned on. We do. The weapon you can see visually is on, and we'll just attack twice. So we hit him turn 1, 2 inflictions, and we go down to only 65% outgoing damage. Now I say only, that is still a lot for a boss. I could swap to an energy armor now and be super happy. But if I'm trying to just camp this armor and absolutely camp the pants out of my panic, I'll do it one more time. You'll see, one more attack. I missed one hit too, so a weaker panic. We only got him to 54% outgoing damage in one turn. So as you can see, because of that, not significant enough panic, we took a huge amount of damage. Now I'm still going to stick with it. He will be attacking with celerity, so it's possible I'll die. But let's see what happens. So now we're taking like high but not obscene damage for what you might expect in a normal energy armor. And as a matter of fact, if we switch to, say, any old FD energy armor, we can keep this panic potent setup. We're only losing 10 from the armor, and this guy does have 20 boss boost, but we have enough panic that it should be pretty reliable, and we continue to use Bright Thorn Bow here, although I'm missing every hit because this guy blinds. That's another reason this strategy doesn't work too well against Thunderbird. He blinds you, so obviously your panic is going to be weaker, but we did lose that 10 potency from the armor. We did lose one of our panic stacks. We're back to 55% outgoing damage. Now we're down to 43, so we do have an Earth Shield, but essentially we're taking the same amount of damage we would as with an Energy Shield. So I think a number of factors actually make this boss harder than you'd expect for the panic setup. The boss boost alone is not a huge problem. The main two issues I find are, one, the boss inflicts a blind, so your accuracy greatly decreases, so you'll inflict much weaker panic, if any panic at all, and two, even though it's an energy monster, its water resistance is only 70. So your panic is multiplied by 0.7, doesn't have that extra bonus on top, which I think makes it a lot weaker. So while I am a huge fan of the Overflowing Typhon Shard and the Sinister Typhon Shard, and I think they both have really good panic stacking synergies, not even worrying about the healing for a minute, that's a whole other video. Very nice for sustain, SP to HP basically. I'm a huge fan, but I will say that I think the panic stacking is very, very potent, even against sources with significant boss boost. However, when it comes to accuracy modifiers, like on vampires, Saphira perhaps, or on the odd boss with a blind, this boss, a couple of the Chessmaster Gauntlet bosses, you can really see that panic get a lot less powerful. And of course, lower water resistance, lower dark resistance, lower output as well. So overall, those are my thoughts on the release. I really enjoyed the quest, and I'm excited to make a video on it just on its own. And I am excited to explore the healing aspects of these armors and experiment a little more with the panic. I'm pretty sure I could make this Fluffy Thunderbird setup work a little better, but I couldn't get it going today. But that's all I've got for you for real this time, and I hope you enjoyed. Let me know what you think in the comments. I would love to hear your opinions, and have a great day. Spread some peace and love.